I gotta look so serious on my snaps. I probably should have fixed my hair up a little bit. I just got home. Actually, I went out tonight. Had to I had to do some like kitty litter stuff and grab some stuff at the store. This is my day off. I was gonna make a video earlier on today, but I didn't get to do that. So I decided I'm gonna make a video tonight. But one key component was missing from this video that I needed before I came on here. Where I live at right now, it's a smaller town, and the Walmart closes at 10. So at 9:51, I realized there's something I needed to do this video. Something that had been missing. There had been a key component missing from my videos in recent times. So I had to get to that key component, and I had 9 minutes to do it. So with, give or take, like usually takes around like 6 or 7 minutes to get to where to get to my Walmart from here. I gotta move that because I'm just finding that like light in the background really annoying. So and anyway, everybody loves to see the Russ Meyer set in the background, so we'll go with that. So I'm not sure how many are going to be on here tonight, because I'm not sure if anybody was expecting me on here tonight. But I did kind of, if you're on my Instagram, and you kind of got a hint that I probably am doing a video tonight. And I'm actually kind of excited to be doing this. So what we're doing tonight, what we're starting with anyway, is, well, first off, I wanted to let you guys know about a sale that's coming up tomorrow. And I've told you about the Keno sale, and the Keno sale is a fantastic sale. Now, last year, my all-time favorite sale of the year, I don't think I'm going to be participating into it this year, but this is, I did recently do a complete overview of my entire collection of these films, and I would recommend that you go back and check out that video if you have not done so. Mondo Macabre is doing a Halloween sale, and they're doing that tomorrow. So every title that they have, unlike some places where it's going to be, newer titles aren't on sale. Hey, Tommy Films, how's it going, man? It's good to see you here, and see you here first as well. So Mondo Macabre, Tommy, is having a sale tomorrow. They're doing their Halloween sale, and I'm not sure if it's started as of yet or not. I haven't really checked. It is 12, but they will be putting everything in their stock on sale, including all the new titles as well. And that's one really neat thing about Mondo Macabre. They were my favorite company to my favorite sale that I did last year was Mondo Macabre. And I'm just gonna check to see if the sale has started yet, but I doubt that it's it's gotten there yet. So no, I don't think the sale has started as of yet, but it should be starting actually really soon. Not sure why these are all saying coming soon. A lot of these are already out there. So if you don't have any Mondo Macabre, tell me now is a really good time to go in and grab some, because they usually have a really good sale. And if you have if there's some things that I really need that I'm tempted on, and if they got some back, last time they had a sale, they also found some stuff that was thought to be kind of at a print, kind of like in the Arrow sale recently. So there was a couple surprises that came into the sale. And as you've seen, did you see my video, Tommy, with my entire Mondo Macabre collection? If you watch that one, that's the company, with the red cases. They're fantastic with stuff to do. They have these like limited editions. Oh, well, really? Pretty much Mondo Macabre is done by a guy that I mentioned in my last video, that he wrote a book called Mondo Macabre, and it was about horror and genre filmmaking across the world. And he realized there wasn't enough companies that were doing those type of releases. So basically what he did, hello kitty cat, is he decided to make it himself, and he's done a fantastic job with it. They're a smaller company, much smaller than a lot of the rest of the companies, but they do a really good job. And unlike certain companies with the word red in it, they're actually really good when it comes to the to customer service and getting back to people. Very friendly when it comes to that. Anyway, I wanted to make start my video off. I'm never sure where my videos are going to go when I make one. Where are they based out of? Let me find out for you, because I'm not quite sure. They're in the US, I know that, and most of the releases are region free. See, they do ship internationally. Shipping charges for them $7 in Canada, which is actually really good. If you're in the US, it's $4, and around the world, $13 shipping. So overall, you know, that's definitely not like a not a bad not bad for the company. They are U.S. based, and their stuff is really they're really good at getting stuff out. So I've never been like concerned with getting my stuff from Mondo Macabre. Right after the sale, the guy got really sick. He had like this really bad flu last year, and the entire time that he did, he was contacting me. Sick's a dog, you know, was contacting me, letting me know. Ontario, I love Ontario, dude. Actually, I would have been in Ontario, but my more than likely in the next year or so. But my better half found a really good job here, so we ended up going here instead, and returning to my videos. So yes, I was out of the bubbly, and I actually went out and I bought some more because I was missing it. I was legit missing the bubbly, which I hated when I started making these videos. But now I'm kind of addicted. So sparkling water, it's cheap, it's inexpensive. You know, it comes in packs of 12. You can get them in different flavors, but I do like this grapefruit flavor. If you had like a strawberry flavor, I'm not quite sure on that, but I do kind of want to buy it just to see. But grapefruit's the way to go for me. So what I wanted to do first, what I wanted to start with is, oh, my cat's right there, see? Photobombing me. What I wanted to start with today was I wanted to do kind of like some top 10 lists. So I put out some, you are such an attention hog tonight. So what I started with, because I've been looking at some Scream Factory stuff that I want to pick up in the near future for Christmas gifts, and for me, for myself. And so I wanted to do like kind of a top 10 of like the Scream Factory collector's editions. I'm doing a top 10 of the VinSyn releases that I got. And I kind of wanted to go from there. That's kind of like a starting jumping on point. So if you're interested in like in collector's films and horror and action and genre, and you're interested in Scream Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, and maybe some other stuff, and maybe some of the sales that are going on right now, now's a great time to come in. And I do hope that we get all interactive in this. Actually, PMAC Movies actually comes on here a bit. I was actually into his, he did a live stream earlier, like for a short period of time. It was actually cool to kind of get in and see like, and actually get into somebody else's live stream for a change, so I could just be a participant. That was actually kind of cool. I think I probably talked the most there. Oh, did you really? Yeah, it's nice sometimes to just go in like to see on somebody else's stream, because basically I get to actually read stuff, and I know how hard it can be, like doing doing this, like keeping the stream up and like trying to get everything in there. So he did a good job, and it was really cool. It's the first time I've been on one of his live streams. I usually see them afterwards, because usually, to be totally honest, I'm hey Ken, dude, how's it going? I'm usually working, or I'm streaming myself, or I'm making a film, or I'm watching a video. And usually when I watch videos on YouTube, they're not, I don't get to watch like the live ones. I get to watch them afterwards. It's the price of work, I guess. And I'm thinking of taking a little vacation, maybe around mid-November, early to mid-November. I'm not sure if I'll be doing many videos during that period of time. So it'll be like around a 3 or 4 day period. Just going in to see my family, see my dad and that. So that's going to be, if I do get a chance, I'll probably try and stream something, even if it's a short video, from my dad's movie library, because that would be kind of cool to do it from like the previous generation's movie library. He had some really cool stuff that I'm extremely jealous of, to be honest with you. So a lot of people know that are going for like the Blood Island trilogy that's coming out from like Severin. My dad actually has the original Something Weird Films Blood Island set that came out. Definitely a lot of the movie knowledge I got from some of the cheesy stuff was definitely passed down from my dad, who's also a fan of this stuff. My dad's he's a Hammer, Nashi, old school guy, but he still watches a lot of the horror today. And whenever I'm around with my dad, we usually stay up late at night, watch some horror films. Same with my sis. Watch I have two sisters. We'll watch like some horror and stuff like that. One of my sisters is a little bit on the wimpy side for that stuff, and I tease her about it, but I love her so much. All right, so let's go into the top 10 list. We'll start with Scream Factory first, and they're in no particular order. And my top 10 lists for Scream Factory and all these change all the time, but oh, he had a lot of, oh, your dad had a lot of the Mill Creek packs. Your dad's awesome then. Tell me, awesomeness with the for your dad was, did the awesome stuff. My pops, my grandfather. I was raised by my grandparents, and my pops is not around anymore. But he was into like a lot of the the westerns, and so he was into like my dad turned out to be into it too. I didn't know it at the time though, because but there's like a lot when I talk about like Audie Murphy, and if I ever talk about like stuff like Mon Pie Kettle or some of the early stuff like that, then that comes from comes from my grandfather, and he's miss him a lot, but fantastic, great memories. So never a bad thing, great memories. And when I talk about a lot of the kind of the cheesy horror stuff, a lot of that started like with my dad and my aunt as well. She was a really big like fan of the Hammer kind of cheesy stuff. So let's start this top 10 list, why don't we? In no particular order. Scream Factory, and these are collector's editions. I want to do the collector's editions first. I might actually even go back and do get some more stuff, but I thought we'd start and get some stuff going. So right up here is Prince of Darkness. I really do think this belongs in everyone's collection. I think this is a really good film. I'm a little biased towards this film because I did see this with my dad back in the day. It was the first horror film that we saw together in the theater, I think. No, the second one. The first one we saw was Child's Play. But this is one and I've told this story so many times, saw this one late at night, went home to my mom's afterwards. I walked home because it was winter, and walked through a graveyard, snow up over the tombstones, stuff like that. But yeah, this is a really good one. Not a lot of features on it. I wish there was more features for this one, especially for a collector's edition, though it has a really good commentary with John Carpenter, interview with Carpenter and Alice Cooper. The phone sequence is freaky, man. It's one of those classic, boo endings. What do you think's the misfire? You think Prince of Darkness is a misfire? No. Memoirs of an Invisible Man was his misfire. Ken, I'm sorry, but no. Memoirs of an Invisible Man was his misfire. This one is what I would consider probably an underappreciated film. It would be his stepping stone into what will become In the Mouth of Madness, which would be John Carpenter kind of going into like H.P. Lovecraft territory. And not enough people have been brave enough, in my opinion, to really go into the Lovecraftian territory. It's a daunting thing to do, and some people are known for it. Some people do it horribly, but I think that he actually does it pretty well. And take this as kind of almost like a Lovecraftian type of thing. I think it works a lot better when you take it on that level. It was not downhill from After They Live. There was so much good stuff after that. Now, that being said, of course, some of my favorites are some of the earlier things, but this movie here especially, and I think what I really do love about this film, well, of course, Pleasance is fantastic in this, but I love the visuals. It seemed like he was stepping up towards like a new aspect with what he did with the visuals. He really played well with the visuals. It's like the opposite of like certain other directors that there's more to it. Okay, next up is a Mark Lester film, by the way, and this is actually really is a favorite of mine. I was really excited to get this film when I got it, and it's a revenge film. I love revenge films. My favorite book of all time is The Count of Monte Cristo. And I'm a huge like Dumas fan. I'm Alexander Dumas. I also like Daphne du Maurier, not a revenge one, but authors I like, Robert Parker. And this is Class of 1984. So this kind of prophetic when you really think about it. This is a really cool one. I like Perry King in this. Of course, we do the series Riptide. It lasts for like 3 seasons or so. Had a robot in it. I kid you not. There's a detective show, 2 brothers and a robot. But no, this was a really good film. Great cast, great acting. Of course, there's Elisa Longolis in this. She's one of those Canadian scream queens that if you're Canadian, you know who it is. Why is Scream Factory doing steelbooks of everything? I don't need... See this? This looks really nice. I don't need a Scream Factory steelbook of this. Just like I don't need to get Halloween 2 or 3. They look pretty on a Scream Factory Steelbook because you know what? I got them. I've got the original releases when they came out. The on opening, opening day, bam, first day. I got that. I got the Halloween box set. I don't need the Scream Factory like Steelbooks as well. It's a little bit of overkill. The only Scream Factory Steelbook that does interest me is the Halloween because actual new features. But yeah, definitely, guys, if you like revenge movies, this is a really, really cool one. I kind of think, sadly, not enough for me though. I mean, like 4K transfer on a Blu-ray. And it's not going to be 4K transfer on a 4K UHD. This still can't. It's going to be 4K transfer on a Blu-ray. And let's be honest, there's nothing wrong with the transfers that we got right now. Now, if it came out with the regular 4K release, I might double dip on something like that. But on a UHD, but I wouldn't just on a regular Blu-ray. Like certain ones I will if they're like big special editions, but if you're just going to put it in a steelbook and you're like, oh, it's a new transfer, here's a steelbook. No, but if you're going to do like an Arrow, where basically he takes their older like things like the Dario Argentos, Halloween 6. You got the indicator set. Oh, Harryhausen, man, that is amazing, Tommy Films. Those are great, great movies. I have got, if you can see behind me right there, I have the all the Harryhausen box sets, including the Sinbad one, and the so far 3 Hammer sets that are out. I really do love indicator stuff. I really wanted to get their stuff for Halloween. I know that I've asked for Night of the Demon for Christmas. Oh, Ken, that's going to be really awesome. I heard amazing, amazing things about Night of the Demon, and I never ever thought that was going to be like going to be an iffy release. Now I've heard that they did kind of like had a kind of a slight misfire when it came to their William Castle set with 13 Ghosts, actually, which might be your favorite company. They do some great stuff. What's really cool, Tommy Films, is buying their original releases, and I've talked to Ken about this many times, is they have the best booklets. So people like wait to say, I'm not going to get the box sets because I'll just get them when they come out on their own type of thing. But you lose the booklets, and when it comes to an indicator release, those booklets are money, man. They're gold. They're things you want. They're just as important as some of the features that are on the disc. They do really amazing booklets. So always go for that. Oh yeah, hey Scoter, welcome, dude. Yeah, I'm actually very excited about that one. I'm hoping that's one that's going to be under the Christmas tree for me. I did put that on my list of Christmas gifts that I wanted. And I'm kind of glad in a way that I'm getting it, that I'll be getting it for Christmas, shallow, instead of for Halloween, because it would come after Halloween for me here in Canada. And it seems like something that I'm going to really enjoy opening up on a Christmas morning and just like looking through. Indicator really puts a lot of work into their box sets. The only thing I was mentioning before is that apparently, this is what I've heard, and I don't know how true it is. If anybody gets the William Castle set before I do, because I'm still going to buy the sets, that they kind of messed up the 13 Ghosts, the transfer when it comes to the blue and red thing, so that even if somebody like had their own 13 Ghost glasses, they wouldn't work very well on the viewing of the film. If you're not familiar with the 13 Ghost glasses, it was like kind of like when you'd see those 3D things, we'd have the red and the blue. So this one would have like the red would be there, and you'd look through the red if you're brave and you want to watch and you want to see the ghosts on the screen, and you look through the blue if you want to see like less of the ghosts. So you're more faint of heart. Great gimmick. They should have put the set thing in. I'm kind of wondering, did they know that they were going to mess up a bit on that 13 Ghost transfer? Is that why at the last minute we found out that they weren't going to be putting in a actual physical copy of the Ghost Viewer? Time will tell. And if anybody finds out, please do let me know, because I'm only going on secondhand knowledge right now. Oh, next up, I guess I should go on the list, and that is Night of the Demons. Now, I do love this movie. This is what I call one of those perfect Halloween films. We have, of course, the Kathy Podwell there, Linnea Quigley. We got Amelia Kincaid is in here. Hey, sexy Savannah, how's it going? And this one is, it's an 80s film, and it's really, really good. It runs really fast. It has a ton of special features on here. Just great stuff. What's really kind of cool is Amelia Kincaid is, of course, like she's the, I think she's the niece of Rue McClanahan from Golden Girls. So, you know, that's one thing. But what's also really neat is she's a very unique person. Like, aside from playing Angela in the Night of the Demons films, you also may know her from, she's a pet psychic. I'm not making that up. She's actually, she's a pet psychic. So pet psychic is a thing. I found that out from this. I was not aware that pet psychic was a thing, but I guess it is. But this is a really good movie. It's got some great special effects there. The lipstick scene is, of course, it's iconic. Oh, what is it? I still haven't sent you my address, by the way, because I am a horrible person. And I have no memory. Actually, lately, Savannah, to be totally honest with you, I have been working my butt off. And I've had this bout of insomnia that's been totally killing me. So what did you buy, Savannah? Because I'm actually really curious to know. We're doing like a top 10 Scream Factory list, a top 10 VinSyn list. And if you don't know this, Savannah, right now, and anybody that came in later like Ken, Mondo Macabre's sale starts either late tonight or tomorrow for their Halloween sale. Mondo Macabre's doing their once a year Halloween sale that you do where all their titles are going to be on sale. It includes all their new titles, all the old back stock titles that they still got in stock. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they'll find some stuff that that might have been previously out of stock, kind of like the Arrow sale is, because at this point the Arrow sale was the best sale. Perversion Story, I don't know if there is a retail edition of Perversion Story out there, maybe. Bought a rock candy of the two girls. Oh, really? That's pretty cool, actually. They're like grown up. Of course, they're grown up now, because they do conventions. I heard. Comes out on the 13th. Maybe they will. Because they do sometimes like include into their sales movies that are not yet out. So that is a possibility. It'll be interesting to see if any of there can. I can't check now because I can't really get to the Big Cartel site on my phone. But if anybody's there and can like do a quick check to see if Mondo Macabre's sale has gone live, they can let me know. That'll be highly appreciated. But yeah, definitely check this one out. Really, really good release. And next up is one that actually, not the best film in the world by any means, and definitely not even the best in this series. But there's a specific reason that this one is going to be on the list. Hey, Jay Swim, how's it going, man? Doesn't look like it. They did like announce it on Facebook today, so I'd say probably later on tonight the sale will actually go live. So I'm actually kind of excited to see what happens. Oh, I cannot wait to see your first video. Yeah, I know. I've got to email you. I suck at that. Remind me before. If you leave this video before I do, remind me again, or tell them to remind me, because I check my email usually on a weekly basis. I check my Instagram and my. Are you on Instagram, Savannah? You're not, are you? If you're on Instagram, always hit me up there too. Message me there. It's a lot quicker. I look at Instagram a lot. I'm always taking pictures. But Bordello of Blood. Oh, it's always good to know that you're doing good, because especially now during Halloween time, we want everybody to be doing fantastic. This is not my favorite Tales from the Crypt movie. Actually, it's probably the least favorite of my Tales from the Crypt films. There's really only two. Rituals is kind of like the third film, but let's be honest. Like, if we're gonna say legit Tales from the Crypt movies, then there's Demon Knight and there's Bordello of Blood. Now, why this release in particular, aside from the really, really cool cover? Obviously, I like Dennis Miller in this. Like, Dennis Miller, we'll not mince words. He's apparently a dick in real life, and that's what makes this actually kind of good. There's a really good making of on here. Was the reason I wasn't originally going to buy this. I was buying Demon Knight and I said I gotta have them both, can be a completist. But the making of Bordello of Blood, where you find out exactly how hard guys like Dennis Miller and Corey Feldman could be to work with, that's really cool. When you get a good making of here that you can watch over and over again. Oh yeah, The Star Is Born is going to be sad. Every Virgin of Star Born is going to be sad. It's that's kind of like part and parcel for that type of film. But Great film, no. Great features, though, yes, definitely worth having for the features alone. And it is a good cheesy film. It's one of those you can put on with some friends and kind of laugh at it. No, no, still silver ending, man. Still silver ending because they're playing with fire. And over both of them, like just me personally, I love Joan Collins. See, you're gaining a new skill, Sculder. And I did see your request there for a Western video, and I will be doing that in hopefully in the near future. Now, for the Western video, I want to speak to Jace, because Jace, you know, it's another YouTuber on there, and I think that Jace has a lot of really cool stuff to say for in the Western genre, and I would definitely want his help with that. A Star is Born is such a good film. It's such a sad film. I haven't seen the new one. I really want to see it. It's I do like those type of films. My better half has no interest in seeing it because it's too dramatic for her, and she doesn't want anything that sad and depressing. She said, but you know, she says, I know it's a great movie, but it's super depressing, and I'd rather watch an action film. That's my better half. So I love her. So Bubbly, guys, Bubbly's back. I cannot believe how much I missed this stuff. You didn't like the one with Barbra Streisand? Oh, Chris Christopherson. He has such. Chris Christopherson is such a good. I love Chris Christopherson. I'm a big fan of his, you know, of him, like, not as an actor, and I do like his music as well. I think he has a really great voice. And oh, you're seeing it next Tuesday? Me too. I'm actually seeing Halloween next Tuesday as well. That's legit the day that I'm going to go see it, because my better half's coming back. Hopefully on Saturday, if everything goes well. And Tuesday is my next day off. And that lines up with like cheap night at the movie theater, which is fantastic. So I'll go see Halloween then. Hopefully it's still playing. So, because I do want to see Halloween. Now, there is an update on the drive-in fiasco that I mentioned in my last video. Yeah, Tuesday is a global cheap night for films, from what I know. Ever since I was a kid, man. And Savannah, obviously, it was a long time ago since I was a kid, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth. But yeah, the drive-in got a bit of backlash on their choices for films, The Hotel Transylvania and Ghostbusters 2016. So it's still Hotel Transylvania, but it's been changed to Ghostbusters 1984. Again, great film. I've already seen Ghostbusters in theater. I was the perfect age to see Ghostbusters in theater back in 1984, and I do own the 4K. On the 20, I wish. I wish. So see this silver. I'm totally gonna watch that. You know, Ken, that I would be the person there, like leading introducing the Joe Chappelle like retrospective. In between beating with the bat, I would totally have my dinner jacket on and be talking about Joe Chappelle and his quality work. I should have contacted my friend that worked in CSI to like have a conversation with Joe Chappelle, because I do know one of the producers from that show. She went to like a school that my sister went to, and we knew each other growing up. Dolls. The next release that I want to get out there, Dolls. This is probably one of my all-time favorite Scream Factory releases. If you don't have this Scream Factory in your collection, and you collect Scream Factory, what the hell? Not only is this one of the best looking covers, like for me, like Scream Factory was. I'm not going to put in, when I'm saying collector's editions, I'm not including the box sets or anything like that. I'm just doing the regular collector's editions, because obviously there's one that would be really huge. But Dolls is really good. Not only is Dolls really good, it is loaded. The year that Dolls came out, this was my top release of that year. Oh, you got the vinyl as well? Once I get my record player fixed, I gotta start collecting some vinyl again. I would love to get like a vinyl of like I'd like to get some Goblin stuff, some Dario Argento, and just some overall like Italian scores, like Tenebrae and Profondo Rosso and Suspiria. Crazy Tuesdays. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people take like their kids to movies. God, it's gonna be. I hope my Halloween viewing experience doesn't suck because it's like cheap Tuesday night. That's the one thing you gotta worry about. Like people are going in. I remember going into like what was it? Texas Chainsaw 3D. Remember that movie, guys? Gunnar Hansen. You know, he was in the beginning. So we go in. Me and my oldest go in to see Texas Chainsaw 3D, right? But I only have 5 like laser discs. But see, the thing, Jay Swim, is that last time I went to a horror movie on cheap night, there's people going there with their kids. Like, I don't mean like, no, they took like one person did have a baby, but I can understand that. Like, I get that. Like, if they want to get out with their kid, their baby's not going to be scared. They won't understand. But when people come there with like their 5 and 6 year olds and their 8 or 9 year olds, and they sit them down there, I'm not sure if I'm suddenly marring as a parent or like wondering what the hell. But yeah, I got to see a bit of that during cheap night. Like okay, he's like, and I think it's kind of like this. It's like, okay, mom's at the house. I can't cook. We're going to the movie. Yeah, we're going to see this cartoon. Oh, wait a second. Texas Chainsaw's playing. We'll go watch that one. You'll appreciate it down the road. You won't be scared. It's kind of like when I was watching Angel with my kids, and I fell asleep. And it was the episode where I think season 4. There's this like creature, and she's like really beautiful, but she shows her true horrific face in that episode. And that would be the episode that I fell asleep in, and my oldest is like scarred mentally from watching that zone. And I'd just been working earlier that night, so I was like dead to the world, and I was such a horrible dad that day. But I gotta be honest. Which movie was that? So I can tell you that you're wrong about it, Savannah. But dolls, you don't have this one. Really, get this movie. It's fantastic. And if you're a big fan of the group Aha, and you like the song "Take on Me," well, the blonde-haired girl, the lead actress in the video "Take on Me," actually is in this film. Deliverance? Okay. One, I'm not the person that recommended Deliverance, especially if you're younger. But it's a good movie. Deliverance is a really good movie. But I do think it hits people different. One, it's a 70s film, so it's got a different type of pace. Two, for a guy, that's the ultimate. In some ways, that's like an ultimate horror film, because you've seen it, you know what happens in it. I liked my release of Terror Train, so I don't think I will unless they put in some really new features. See, I'm not. I'll be completely honest. You just gotta acquire the taste for the film. I'm not like the snob that needs to have that. No, this is not perfect. If I'm enjoying the film, like there was nothing wrong with the Color Train one, the Color Train, the Terror Train version that I got. And that I saw and I watched, and I don't remember anybody complaining about Terror Train back then. And if they did, that was probably on that one site that complains about everything, and we all know who they are. But there are some great people on that site, though, to be totally honest with you. It's just there's a few people that always seem to be kind of like, as my grandparents would say, negative Nellies. No, I have not bought Hounds of Love yet because I don't have the money to, Savannah. I wish. There's so many sales, and the last thing I got was was something for my better half. If you weren't here, so I got Celebrating Mickey for a hint for Christmas. So I was excited about that, actually, that she's going to get that. This is one of the more recent Scream Factories. If you don't have it, so, again, a harsh recommendation of Scream Factory I can give is Hell Night. Hell Night is a really good, a really underrated slasher film. And if you like slasher films at all, this is kind of one of those diamonds in the rough, hidden gems that a lot of people don't know about. And if they do, they probably just know it's that slasher film that had Linda Blair, and that's pretty much it. This not only, what's really good about this is that this movie this release got pulled back. And some people were upset because it was supposed to come out. Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, look at that. It's incredible artwork. The newer Scream Factory stuff has had some really good artwork on it. Way removed from their prison days. And if you've never seen the artwork to prison, Savannah, Google that after. Scream Factory Prison. It's pretty bad. But this one here is gorgeous. So the delay this release, and the reason they delayed it at the time was because they had the chance to basically get a commentary and interview pretty much everyone in this movie. This is what you would call like one of those completely comprehensive like collector's edition releases. Pretty much every actor that's alive in this film is interviewed on this disc. We get like a brand new like a commentary with cast and crew, just a bunch of stuff. Do I think you like it? Do you like slasher films, Savannah? It's Linda Blair. And basically the premise of Hell Night is, well, you know what Hell Night is, right? That's like, do you have Hell Night over there in Australia? I'm not being totally serious. I do not know. But Hell Night is like when you go to university and you're going for like a fraternity or sorority. There's usually a Hell Night for new pledges. And in this one here, basically there's this old house, supposed to have been like, had murders happen and be kind of haunted and stuff. So these people have to go and stay in this house overnight. And the stars like Linda Blair in here. Vincent Van Patten is in this one as well. He's fantastic in this movie. Suki Godwin, Jenny Newman, Peter Barton, who would later go on to be in the soap operas. I think it was Young and the Restless. Was it Young and the Restless he was in? He was in one of the soap operas. I usually do know the soap opera stuff. I think he was in one of those. So if anybody here knows soap operas, he was in, I think, Young and the Restless. He was like a doctor or something. But anyway, it's a great cast. It's a really great little film. Paced well, some good twists near the end. And, you know, one of the things that people get really upset about in a lot of these slasher horror films, especially the early ones, is that people keep making the dumb decision and the plot is being propelled along from people making the dumb decision. In Hell Night, it doesn't work that way. The plot goes along very organically, in my opinion, and people aren't making the stupid decision. They're making the smart decisions, and sometimes the smart decisions don't always work out either. So definitely want to check out. Next up is From Beyond. I am, as you guys know. Did you watch Terrifier? Is that the one that you watched? Did you watch Terrifier? He says really bloody. I'm guessing you watched Terrifier. No, From Beyond. Excellent H.P. Lovecraft film. Barbara Crampton wears leather. Revenge. Oh, yeah, that is pretty bloody. A very different one, too. I did like Revenge, actually. I got to get the... the Blu-ray was actually fairly inexpensive here. I do have to pick that up down the road. Probably on Black Friday. It is a bit of a... hard watch in some parts, but it goes over the top to the point where it's almost like not satirical, but it goes really over the top at some points where you kind of wonder if they're kind of pushing it to like just for that reason. But From Beyond, again, great features on this one. A great cast. We got Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton on here, Ken Foray, Ted Sorrell. Now what's really cool is I've met Jeffrey Combs. And this is my favorite Jeffrey Combs film, like even more than Reanimator. And I do think that he was born to be Herbert West. And when I actually complimented him on From Beyond, he was actually kind of a little shy about that. He thought that he was a horrible choice for the lead of the film, and that he thought that his co-star in Reanimator would have been a much better choice for the lead. He thought that he was completely miscast, in his opinion. See, I would have probably been around the same age when I saw like From Beyond. I think that's when it came out, when I was around that age. Oh, there's no way she could survive. There's no way she could have survived the fall at the beginning, let alone what happens afterwards. But you know, it's a movie, so. And I would say, in a way, Savannah, I did a lot of the exploitation-y stuff with the really over the top, like. It does kind of like maybe draw a little bit from that. So next up is a movie that is a favorite of mine, and with one of my favorite directors. And this is a great release. I love the cover for this one. This is Carrie. I have many versions of this film. I'm actually a huge fan of the film. I was not a big fan of the book when I first read it, though. I didn't like it. It didn't speak to me. I didn't like the structure of the book. And like obviously it was done kind of different with like newspaper articles and interviews. But I love the movie Carrie. I love all versions of the movie Carrie. I even love the Carrie 2, The Rage, right? You got the, oh, you got the Arrow one. Oh, Carlos, dude, welcome. I did not see you here, man. But I was at HMV and I saw this, and it was beautiful and gorgeous. I'm not surprised, actually. Good, I'm glad I didn't miss out on you, because I was starting to feel bad, like I missed you or something. But this one here, it's a great release. And look at the features on this, man. Carrie. Excellent, excellent release. I'm glad to see so many people actually like the film. The Brian De Palma one is still it's the definitive Carrie for me. I do think that the new one gets derided a lot because he thought that Chloe Grace Moretz was too pretty, which is kind of silly. That's not what determines whether somebody gets picked on in school. That's not the way bullying works in real life. Never. You didn't like the Carrie 2013? I actually did. You know what I really liked about it, Carlos? Although you can't beat Piper Laurie's portrayal of the mother, I like that the mother in the 2013 Carrie film has more depth to her character. That there's more to her, and you do get a bit of like sympathy towards her at one specific scene at the dry clearance. There's more to Carrie's mom than an evil like religious monster, and I like that. I like that they did that. Still, the Brian De Palma Carrie is my favorite, but that's the Chloe Grace Moretz Carrie, Savannah. I'm pretty sure this is 2013, right? Did I like Ruby? Yeah, you're damn right I do. It's one of the most fun of the Carrie ripoffs. So the next one is a cheat because it's 3 Blu-rays. But let's be honest. Also, Piper Laurie, that's true. This here should have been a set, but it wasn't. So I'm going to use them like they're a set. And that is the Sleepaway Camp trilogy. They went all out on these. These are just some really, really cool releases. So of course we got the original with Angela with Felissa Rose in the role, and man, did Felissa Rose grow up to be a beautiful, beautiful woman, man. I'm surprised like she hasn't done more in like bigger stuff in the horror genre. Ooh, Savannah. And of course there is Sleepaway Camp 2, and this has of course Pamela Springsteen. Nice score there, Carlos, by the way. I mean, I bought them at a regular price because I had to have them on day one because they were just so sexy. And also with Pamela Springsteen, of course, Michael J. Pollard's in this one as well. Sleepaway Camp 3, and again, really fun. So I'll show you the inside covers because I think I switched the covers over. So that's the first one's your. Actually, tell me, I love the first one, but the second one I think probably is my most rewatched one. Just do it's the happy camper and like the fact that they have like the guy that played Grant Putnam on General Hospital. Did you try Savannah to get the 8/8 Films editions because they put them out too? I actually have 2 and 3 on it from 8/8 Films as well because I'm a huge fan of the series, the franchise. This is the the leech scene, and of course the alternate artwork for Sleepaway Camp 3. It's almost as eye-catching as my Russ Meyer set. Yeah, they're all fun films. Back in the day when I originally saw them, Part 3 was kind of my least favorite. I wouldn't go to a lot. Oh, you got the. Do you have the First Aid box set? That's actually really cool. I never follow VCI's releases. I actually don't know if I'll be honest with you, most of the VCI releases I got was a while back, unless I somehow stumbled across them. I never look towards VCI anymore as being like a company, kind of like out in the fro, which is probably a shame. I'm probably missing on a lot of good releases because I know that you do put out stuff, but I think VinSyn is one of the companies, one of the very few companies that I actually, with the Red Cross logo. That's really cool. So you got the cool one though. You got like a Red Cross logo. And number 10 is a one of my favorite. And originally it was They Live that was going to be in here, and because I love the movie They Live. But there's one John Carpenter movie that I just really enjoy, and Sculder mentioned like westerns, and this has the feel, definitely has the feel of a western, especially a specific western. Hey Benny, how's it going, man? Good. I mean, like tonight I'm just doing off like kind of a couple top 10 lists. Oh, by the way, Benny, there's a Mondo Macabre sale. Should be starting live either later tonight or tomorrow. Right on, Carlos. You know it is. This is a really good release, actually. I love this movie. And I'd forgotten how much I really did like this one. Oh, it's... the fourth disc is like a fourth unofficial Scream... kind of official, unofficial movie that like kind of like Angela's Return. And it's pretty bad, but it's fun to have. I'm jealous that you got it. I don't have it. But it's basically, they started to make a fourth film, sleepaway camp film, that never ever got finished. But they do kind of like finish it, like, yeah, it's worth a watch. You made it live, man. So, are you a fan of Ben? Are you a fan of Assault on Precinct 13, the original? Before you knew who he was? Well, that's a good one to see. And I love, this got to be one of my favorite, like, alternate artworks that he did. This is amazing. This looks just right, like something you see one of those, like, kind of those pulp novels back in the day, one of those 70s novels that you buy, like those Exterminator or Mac Bolan Executioner novel type of things. I love the look of this. Oh, you just ordered Assault. Awesome, dude. This is a really great movie, and it's got some great features on it as well. Interviews with actress Nancy Loomis, Keys. Well, of course, it was in like commentary. Yeah, great commentary on this one, actually. I was a huge fan. I had a big crush on Nancy Loomis. Of course, she played Annie Brackett in Halloween. She gets killed in a lot of John Carpenter films. Tommy Wallace, art director on this. Just really, really cool stuff. So that's my top 10 of the Scream Factories. I do want to kind of mention a couple other Scream Factories though, so if you don't mind, I'm going to put those back. And there's a couple other ones I want to show you that I think you guys might be interested in. So talk amongst them yourselves, kind of deride me and make fun of me when I'm gone. But this is my getting up from the chair type of thing, which I do usually at least once in one of these videos. Honorable mentions, sort of, yeah. Sort of honorable mentions. Some ones that didn't quite make a top 10 list. Said, I always got to run and grab the stuff. You'll get there, Benny. That's the thing. There was a time, Benny, when my movie collection was one tiny 6 shelf that wasn't completely full, and I was actually excited when those when that tiny shelf actually was so full that I actually had to put some movies on top of it. And this took time, so you shall get there. First off, and I have to say, I was actually on Twitter, and some people were kind of upset about the pricing for Creepshow, because Creepshow, they said, like it runs like around $40. Now, originally, to be fair, when Creepshow was announced, well, when it came on Amazon, it actually did lower as low as $30 on Amazon, which actually I think is pretty cool. Now, the Creepshow is a hard box release, kind of like the Arrow stuff, or like one of the ones I'm about to show you right now. And for the stuff that it has in there, I do think Creepshow is definitely kind of a must-have buy, and something I do want to grab down the road. You are adorable. You know I love you, kitty. You know that I love you. I love my cats, I really do. I'm the crazy cat guy. So this is Nightbreed. Now, ironically, this is a movie that a lot of people didn't think I'd ever get. And Sheriff wants to shove it on. But it's all stuff you love, though, right? See, that's the thing. Really? That's good to know, Ken. And so it's got what you really want. That's actually cool. That's so neat. Oh, there's a UK release of that. How can you hate Nightbreed? Everybody loves Nightbreed, Savannah. This is one of the big ones. This is one of those releases that everybody wanted. But ironically, a bunch of people found my channel through my negative review of Nightbreed before it came out. When Nightbreed was announced, when Nightbreed was originally announced, and the price point was announced for Nightbreed, I was peeved. I was not a happy camper. I would not be singing that Angela song. You remember that video? That's back in the day, right? And I think, really, I love Nightbreed. I really do. That's a great video. It was like Shame on You, Scream Factory. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And I spoke from the heart. I really did. Because I was not going to... like, the case doesn't look like it's made of gold. You guys really... You've been watching it for that long. Kudos. Oh, you found it later. But yeah, that was one of my most watched videos back in the day. Because and I'm not a person, as you guys know, I'm not a person like high on like negativity. I do try to keep it out, but I am very passionate about collecting, and this was a very expensive release. So I wasn't going to buy it. Actually, I bought the single release, like completely never thinking I was going to get this. Now this. Someone knew this was going to be like this was a film that I really liked, and they bought it for me. And at the same time, I knew that my oldest was kind of into this style of film, and I kind of knew that she'd love it. That made me love it, and it quickly became like a favorite of hers. And she actually has her own copy of this. I actually bought her a copy of this. My copy is number 6,381 of 10,000. I don't know, actually. I would assume that's something down the road, because I know they did Rawhead Rex. Unless I don't know how much you don't like Nightbreed or not, but Rawhead Rex is not as good as Nightbreed. And of course, there's two. And Nightbreed also depends on the cut that you're watching as well. There's the director's cut of the film. And of course, there's the original, like, theatrical cut of the film. I do love this cover, actually. Though there's a lot of, like, I love Nightbreed. There's a lot of stuff that's, it's not a perfect film. There's a lot of, like, kind of curious choices made within the film. This art book is really good as well. Like, there's some fantastic, like, art and stuff done in the book, like creatures that never made it, and to the screen, and just some different stuff, and pictures of Decker. But yeah, there's some baffling choices made in Nightbreed. Not a perfect film, but I did really enjoy it. Next up is one that I really did enjoy, and I think what's cool about this movie is that this is a slasher film, and it's not done from the point of the final girl. Like, it's not, the final girl is almost an aside in this film. Oh, is that the Criterion Korean bootlegs that I got? I was like so crushed during that video. I'm like opening these up and like, what the hell did I just get? I was so mad, man. But I obviously I kept them. One of my favorite moments is doing my UK unboxings, going through movie after movie, getting Toxic Avenger 2. Thank you. And opening it up and being all excited because it's the HTV exclusive that I had to get from from England. I open it up, I slip it out of its case, and I'm like, wow, the features on Toxic Avenger 2 really seem a lot like the features on Toxic Avenger 1. I didn't know there was an alternate Japanese cut of Toxic Avenger 2. There's not. Inside of the slipcase, for some reason, I got a second copy of Toxic Avenger 1, and I don't know where that is now. I was really disappointed because that was such a cool little slipcover. But the movie is New Year's Evil. New Year's Evil. I will kill people in every time zone on New Year's. It's a really stupid idea, and it's kind of the point. The killer is a little inept. He doesn't succeed. Abigail Breslin. Ooh, that's the other final girl. That's not the good final girl. That's the other final girl. Tell me what you think of it. I was iffy on that one, by the way. Got a little message here from my eldest. So, she's watching the Titan series. It's on Warner Brothers, then the streaming service, and it's really violent. So the second episode came out, and it's even more violent than the first episode apparently. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But yes, this is cool because the killer is the focus. It's not the person that you think will be the focus, which is well, I think it's Roz Kelly. Is it Roz Kelly in this one? What's her name? I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, Roz Kelly. You know, one who played Pinky. If you're old enough to remember Happy Days, like Pinky Tuscadero in Happy Days. The Fonz is, Fonz is like Big Squeeze. But yeah, this is really differently done. We follow the killer rather than the final girl. It's kind of easy to I found it easy to figure out. Some people didn't, actually were surprised. He makes a lot of mistakes. Kind of like, he's almost as bad as the Scream, in Scream and make all those. Yes, definitely, Benny. Watch this on New Year's Eve. That is such a cool idea. I think we didn't expect much out of this one when we went in to watch it. So we went in with fairly low expectations. So that may have helped a bit. But we did find it to be a really fun film. And we thought that his idea was hilarious. I'm going to kill people in all the different time zones. And he had like this bad voice thing too. And it is kind of like that, They call me evil. It's fun. Next up is one that I'm really proud of this edition, but I would love to have the UK edition of this one. And it's this set. Now this is good though. This is the Trolls duology. There's Troll 1 and Troll 2, and of course, because I got one of the first 3,000, they're still sale. You get to them. That's the thing though. You get to them the right time. I also have Best Worst Movie, which I did have on its own, but I gave it to one of my kids or my cousin afterwards, because to give them a copy of what I consider a really, really good documentary. So Troll 1 and Troll 2 are really fun watches. Troll 2 is a horrible film, and that's what makes it so fun. Troll 1 actually isn't bad. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, of course, is in this one here, and gorgeous, as always. Young Julia Louis-Dreyfus is stunning, man. Of course, the late Sonny Bono was in this as well. And it's just a very cool little film. Next up is one I talk about a lot, so I won't kind of belabor this one very much. But it's one that I really love, and I do. Yes, I know, I heard that. I knew they were coming out. Because he kind of like, he was hinting at it. And Bad Taste in Dead Live. Do you ever think, Ken, that we will get Meet the Feebles, because I'm all about Meet the Feebles. I so want a collector's edition of Meet the Feebles. Do you know what company is putting it out? That's the idea, Savannah. I kick ass for the Lord. Daily Eyes. Actually, the noise. I actually kind of like that NOCE thing, that noise thing. Tommy Films kind of comes across as that, you know, that. You don't have this one. You're severely missing some serious good Lee Silangolas in your. Oh, really? So Meet the Feebles is going to be there too. I am all over all three of those. So do you know what company's releasing them, Ken? That would be nice, Sculder. And I thought what Peter Jackson is the guy that puts is all into his work, much like Del Toro does. So I do expect if he's putting out if he's doing some transfers and if he's working with people on special features, then you can expect it to be like, I would say, hopefully to be a definitive release. This is something that I hope is like an Arrow or a Scream Factory release. I don't want like it to be like a. You ever think Criterion would put out like Meet the Feebles though? Like honestly, Daily Eyes. Daily Eyes is really good. I really do like this film. I was really surprised by how much that I did, and I think that the scene with the kid is what grabs me early on in the film. Like then I know all bets are off. I won't be Savannah, my girlfriend won't go see Cujo because she loves animals and she can't watch Cujo. She can't watch Pet Sematary. It breaks her heart. It really does. I'll watch it though. But yeah, there's a scene in this one here early on in the film, and everybody that's seen this movie know what I'm talking about. There's a baby. No man, you know, baby death. Baby death trumps Food of the Gods. I'm telling you right now, man. Also, this was shot in Ontario, so. And Ken, don't you know there's an awesomeness to Ontario that like I love Food of the Gods. I do. I really do like that film. But it's all superimposed. It's all like kind of like cheesy stuff. What you're not getting in Food of the Gods, you're not getting dogs in rat costumes. And you need dogs in rat costumes to make this the ultimate rat movie. You really need that. Me and Ken are debating. We're like Siskel and Ebert tonight on our completely different ideas on some of these films. Daily Eyes, guys, watch this. You can get Food of the Gods as a secondary. Kind of to cleanse the palate after the brutalness of Daily Eyes. This is actually really brutal, to be totally honest with you. Well, flying across the room. Yeah, isn't that awesome? But what's really cool is he put in that kind of like noise that the rats make, and it is really creepy. I like the noise that the rats make in that film. Next up is one that I've recommended to people. They went out and they got it, and they seriously thanked me afterwards because they weren't aware of the film. And if anybody in here hasn't seen this one by now, really, it's a really, really good film. Savannah, this is actually a really good film. And this is a slow burn though. Is Daily Eyes out of print? Yeah, I heard some of their older stuff went out of print. I was actually very unaware of that. My I'll have to do put a Death Valley. This is a really good movie. Now, the little boy that you see on here, of course, is Peter Billingsley. And if you've ever seen A Christmas Story, classic Christmas film, you should be watching every year at Christmas anyway. You shoot your eye out. Oh, Fade to Black. It's got to come out. It's just got Scream. It does have Scream Factory written all over it, doesn't it, guys? Fade to Black looks like you can almost picture a Scream Factory collector's edition of that. So Death Valley, if you've never seen, like, speaking of like thrillers, Death Valley, if you've never seen this one, it's a really good film. It runs really fast. Stephen McCady's in this one, does a great job. Kind of a twist in it. I won't tell you what it is. Catherine Nix, Paula Matt, great film. If you have not seen Death Valley, this really is a great release. I think this one's still in print, right? Another one got sealed. It's a good movie. It's really a good movie, and it's a good thriller. When Peter is hiding someone's, oh, I love it right to the end. Like there's a huge like shock. Like it's not a. It's like at the end when the car is kind of coming down on Billingsley, and of course we know what happens afterwards. But it's just a really good scene. The movie's really tense, and it's something that that is actually missing in a lot of like in later films. They do a really good job of drawing the tension in a good way without making it boring or like or actually making the film drag. And I think a lot of that is due to having just a really good cast and a characters that do seem to be like really believable. So when you're in their world, you actually do see it as like the real world rather than actually, oh, these are people that are acting on a set type of thing. And that happens when you get like some skilled actors in there. They really do have some skilled actors. You keep it sealed for a reason, like maybe you're gonna like think down the road, maybe you're gonna sell it, or you just want that special time. You like having it sealed. You're like, oh god. I used to be like that with some of my toys that I had, like, and I do have toys, and I really should do videos with some of those. You just don't have the time. I'm a big kid, Carlos, so when I get something, it's like when on Christmas, this is how we would be. I'll be like ripping open presents. Wow, this is cool. Next, this is cool. You buy too much. That's I wish I did. But I've been trying to like be, well, I've had to like to slack off on some of my buying. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but I have fairly slacked off on a lot of my buying from what I did last year. Last year I bought a lot more. There's a lot more quantity to the stuff that I bought last year, but I do think that I'm buying a lot more quality stuff now. Yeah, I do. I open things right away because I'm a big kid. My sister, we'd be like there on Christmas. She'd be like slowly like peeling the tape back on her presents and folding the wrapping and looking at the thing and seeing whose name was on the tag. That ain't me. Accidentally said you like my Bergman set. Oh, that is. I love my Russ Meyer set. Tempting. Speaking of Russ Meyer. This has nothing to do with Russ Meyer, but Exploitation. I love this release. Hellhole, hands really, this really surprised me. What a good like WIP film this is, Women in Prison film this is. Great cast. We got Mary Warnow in this, and anything that's got Mary Warnow is automatically good. You know, I do like her stuff. Edie Williams is here. Judy Landers. Ray Sharkey is great in this film, by the way. Man, the late Ray Sharkey. There's an underrated actor for you. Rainkiller. I wish Rainkiller would get like a really good release, like kind of a good Blu-ray release. Did Rainkiller ever get a really good Blu-ray release? I remember that movie back in the day, and I remember like really liking it, but I haven't seen it since. She never does. Ken, that's the thing. I was disappointed about that part of it too. But I looked it up. Landers actually never has. She has never ever shown the goods. Disappointing men like us, but she's smart. Say it. Next up is one that I particularly like, and I'm a big fan of like both of these films actually, but the second one is just such a favorite of mine. I don't know, Savannah, that was really hard. Like maybe over there you get like a box set of some sort, but it was really hard and a lot of work and legal wrangling and stuff. Got the now out of print. Oh, really? Was it? Because I really did like the Rainkiller back in the day. I don't remember a lot about it. I remember the cover and the trench coat, and I remember liking it. I remember being Ray Sharkey. And whenever I hear Ray Sharkey's name, I think of Rainkiller. So that's one that I would definitely like to get done. I'd like to see Scorpion do a lot more with Kino. I'm actually very excited that Kino announced that they're going to be doing Death Ship, because that's a favorite of mine. It's a Canadian film, actually. The original Death Ship, not the other one. It's not a remake, but the other film that came out. I totally missed. I started to read that and it said like 40 minutes ago, and I'm like, that's one thing. Everything disappears so fast. Sleepaway, Slumber Party Massacre 2, and Slumber Party Massacre 3. See this? this is a must-watch film. If you have you seen this one, guys? Svan, you're younger. Have you seen this one? Because this is a movie with a supernatural killer. I'd have to look through. I do love the Valhoon one though. But oh, say this. So this is a supernatural killer, right? He's kind of a cross between Elvis and Andrew Dice Clay in his look. And this is his weapon. So he will go around singing, doing his dance, and strumming his guitar, which has a drill on the end of it. And because it's, yeah, was that his only film role? Because it's like a special, like kind of, it's almost like a Nightmare on Elm Street type of knockoff. So there's a lot of these kind of like dream nightmare sequences in the film, which are really cool. Now, what's really, really great about this release is that there was originally like a 70-something minute documentary that is a real estate agent. I would love to meet that guy, actually. Because there was actually a 70-something minute documentary on the DVD release of this, which had 3 films on it. They actually include the full documentary on this. Now, on the original, like when they put it Slumber Party Massacre, I think I got that one over there somewhere. When they put the original Slumber Party Massacre, they just put the Slumber Party Massacre portion of the documentary on Slumber Party Massacre disc. When I was a young boy, Savannah, I bought a lot of movies for the girls. Now not so much, because obviously, Night Carlos, you have a fantastic night there, and I'm so glad to have you back in here again, and come back in. You'll get to see the VinSyn stuff. Hey, Culture Trini, how's it going, man? No, I do not think that they thought they were making a really great film. I don't think there was any point like where they're thinking this is cinema. No, this is really great cinema. But I do think that they knew they're making a fun film. They took some chances. I think the film is probably better than they actually realized that it was going to be. The same with Part 3. And Part 3 is darker. I mean, Part 3 is really dark in some aspects. People have like really like kind of like, people remember Part 1 because, you know, it's the iconic one. I liked the first one, actually, Tommy Films. I think it was a really good film. And of course, he went on the fact, oh, you know, this one is like it was made by a woman and it was written by a woman, so it's kind of like the big thing behind that one. But I actually really did like it. I thought that the interview with the guy was kind of strange, like he wanted to read his poetry in order to do an interview. But Part 2, I really fell in love with. It's insane. Much like when it went from Prom Night to Prom Night 2, Hello, Mary Lou, both of these films like suddenly took on out of nowhere supernatural aspect, which really didn't make much sense to the film. Now, Part 3 goes back to the kind of the mystery aspect of the film, and it's actually pretty cool. I do like the mystery aspect of Part 3. I think it's really underrated, and there's a darkness. The reason that he does this, like when you really get into the reason that the killer in Part 3 is doing what he's doing. Oh, and in today's, you know, in today's society, in today's like in the whole like the what's going on with the Me Too movement and all that, yeah, it's definitely something that to be revisited now, because it does definitely as a darkness to the film that I really enjoyed, and I love the reveal of the killer in Part 3 actually, because spoiler alert, 2 characters, I won't say who the killer is because I do think that it does deserve to be watched, are running to get help. And one of the killers, like unbeknownst to us at the time, one of the people running is the killer. And we find out actually in a very neat, kind of cool, clever way who that killer is. And I do recommend it actually. It's a decent film. So it's a double feature actually. It's fairly inexpensive, and having cute girls done Savannah never does hurt. I'm not going to lie there. Now, the only newer release that I'm putting here, and this, I'm a huge Pheasant fan. I don't have the box set, and the box set is one that I actually, the Pheasant box is one I really want, but it never goes down in price. It's always $70 or more, usually more, sometimes over 100. But this, I do have this one Pheasant release. I've wanted it for a long time, And I'm a huge fan of like the underwater horror and stuff like that. So Beneath, I really, really like this movie. Like no word of lie. I think Larry Fessenden took a minuscule budget and made a really good film with Beneath. I even like the kind of the cheesy creature that they use. I just like all the aspects of it. It's a good character-driven film, and it's suspenseful. It's tight, like it's a tight 90 minutes. I didn't find it drag. I thought that it went really well, and he did a lot with with a limited locale and a limited budget. So if you have not seen Beneath, I really do recommend it. Basically, there are these people that are out in this out in the boat, out in this area that's kind of like they shouldn't be, and there's this creature underwater, this huge fish-like creature, and they lose the oars, and it's a fight for survival. And just because I want to make some people slightly jelly, no, this is actually a really good release. This one is out of print, the one I'm about to share right now, and it is the original, the Vincent Price collection from Scream Factory. This is the first one they put out, and it's a great one. It's a great set. Of course, it got the Arrow out of print edition. I'm a huge Vincent Price fan, and this has like 6 films on here. You can see there's The Pit and the Pendulum, The Mask of the Red Death, The Haunted Palace, Witchfinder General, The Abominable Dr. Phibes, and the Fall of the House of Usher. It's got some great features on here as well, some really neat stuff, and it was a really good edition. Now I do of course have some of these I have like over again with I got the Arrow edition of the Dr. Phibes, like the box set of that as well. There's like a neat little booklet in here that I did like. Lots of pictures, not a lot of writing in this one actually, more pictures than anything else. Like a little bit of writing at the beginning type of thing, but who did the writing up on this one here? I'm actually trying to remember. The Arrow releases. The Arrow releases, I'm not going to lie to you, I do think that the Arrow releases are the superior releases. But these are great sets. And if I don't, Arrow or Scream Factory, have some Vincent Price in your life, because these are really good movies, and they have a high rewatchability factor. Great stuff. When Corman was on was doing good. He was doing really good. Oh, I gotta get this in right. It drives me. So, just so you know, I'm doing right now is making sure I don't kill this box or this booklet. So those are my Scream Factory releases. With that being said, before we start doing horror, God, I'd have to think really. I'd have to actually look at his IMDb and try and remember, because there was so much. But I do really fall into the loving a lot of the Price horror films. There's early stuff like Dragon Wick and stuff like that that also had kind of as horror, I guess, in a gothic sense of the word. Now, Price was kind of he was romantic lead, and he did a lot of comedic stuff. Leave Her to Heaven. Actually, didn't even think of that one. That is a really good film. But I do think that Price really found his voice, pun totally intended. When he got to horror. I think that he got a new lease on life, and really, Price was incredible. Now it was an incredible person. He knew he was this fantastic cook. He was a wonderful artist. He worked with Sears actually with art, and kind of ironic to think of Sears doing artwork, but they did. And he knew wine. He really was kind of a man of the world. He knew, he had his, he knew a lot, and he was able to bring that and bring this kind of this kind of uniqueness that he had, this sort of class to his films, and to totally utilize it in all of his movies. Theater of Blood, of course, is a favorite of mine. That is horror, but I don't know if there's a Vincent Price role that I've seen him in that I didn't like. No matter if I really enjoyed the movie or not. Usually I did, but I always liked his portrayal in any film that he was in. I'm just I'm here. I'm just wanting to see if they put the Mondo Macabre sale live yet, because I do want to talk to you guys about that. I'm not seeing the live Mondo Macabre sale yet. I didn't dream this, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that you guys can check, but I'm pretty sure Mondo Macabre did say that there's going to be like a live sale. Did you notice that was the Dread Central found the girl that played Judith Myers, Sandy Johnson, and she had no idea that that her character or that Halloween was as popular as it is. She's actually just finding out, which, you know, we assume that everybody knows, but she. 9 a.m. Oh, that's when it's starting. Thanks, because I was actually very. I have one of them. I don't have both the collector films, but I do want them. I do. I've seen them both, but I don't think that I can both. Oh, you're right. 9 a.m. tomorrow, Pacific time, guys. So 9 a.m. Pacific time. MondoMacabre.BigCartel.com. So I will definitely be checking that out and be talking to my better half and maybe doing a little bit of bagging. You never know. So, if you thought giving it away, Scream Factory was the only top 10 list I was doing. It's not. I'm doing a Vinegar Syndrome top 10 list as well. Now, this one I did regular editions and collector's editions because I think everything the Vinegar Syndrome puts out, slipcover not, automatic collector's edition. And first off is one that's not horror, really, and it's kind of action, it's kind of drama. It's not at all like the cover looks, but it's a really good movie, and that is Malibu High. Now, what do you think when you see this box cover? Like, if you've never seen the film, of course, or what did you think when you first saw the box cover of this film? What do you think this is about, Savannah? Do you think this is like kind of like a cheesy sexploitation film, like sex comedy, sex rom-com with basically with high schoolers, like trying to get laid and all that type of stuff? Isn't that kind of what you see when you look at with this cover? That's kind of what you expect, like a Porky's or American Pie or something like that. So, look at the back cover. So you see the girl with the gun. Yeah, it's not an 80s sex comedy at all, Sculder. The cover was made to kind of like capitalize on the 80s sex comedy craze at the time. Actually, it's a dark film about a girl that starts out by blackmailing her teacher to for grades and stuff like that, and eventually she kind of spirals into this like the world of of assassination. She becomes like she goes into prostitution and she moves on into she becomes a female assassin. She becomes a killer, and she's kind of like walking this tightrope between being in high school and being this she's going away from her mother. She's going away from her. It is no, but this was the actual cover of it. But it's really, really different. It's basically it's kind of a kind of noirish type of film, and you would never say that from looking at this cover. You would say this is like a Porky's film. This is like an American Pie type of film. You wouldn't say this is a film where it ends dark. This has a very dark ending. It's a very dark film, and even like the alternate artwork is really just the same. It's just like her turned in a different direction to look even more sexy. And actually, if you watch the film, if you've never seen or you've never read anything or heard anything about the film, then it's almost like getting like a slap in the face, because it's not what you expect. You expect this like American Pie film, this style, like kind of funny teen thing. What you don't expect is to see this girl going out like, slaughtering people and killing off certain people, and where it goes, it takes this kind of curveball turn in a portion of the film where this cannot end well, but you're not quite sure how dark they're going to go with it. Are they going to go all the way when it comes to like the ending? Is it going to go there? And it does. So a very different film. Like, so you're looking at this cover and you see like, oh well, this is a fun like light romp, and then you watch and you're like, that's not what I expected at all. Then after watching the movie, then you want to watch one of those light sex comedies, like teen comedies, because you're depressed after watching Malibu High, which doesn't really do a lot with the high school, but great film. So if you've never seen it, definitely check it out. Next up, as you guys know, I love my holiday horror. Go, yeah, put on the new Spin Your Grave 4. Yeah, because that's also going to be the new Christmas Evil. This is a weird cover for this film. Christmas Evil is a really, really cool film. And if you haven't seen Christmas Evil this Christmas, please let this be one of the horror films that you watch. Because there's certain movies that you have to watch during Christmas time. You gotta watch Black Christmas, you gotta watch Silent Night, Deadly Night Parts 1 and Part 2, and Christmas Evil. Those are 4, givens. Yeah, hands down, these are movies you should be watching. Christmas horror movies that you should be watching. And this is a really cool film. And it is legitimately as Christmas horror as you can get. And without giving away, you don't have any Vinegar Syndrome. So tell me as you know, the big sale is coming up on in mid-November, and if you've never like partaken in one of their sales before, that is, if you can save till then, that's a good time to go in and to dive in and get some stuff for inexpensive, especially a movie like Christmas Evil right now, where it is like, as you can see, it's got a blue case. It's one of their older releases. Actually, yeah, it's not that bad shipping to Canada. You're in Ontario. It used to be $10. I think it's $12, which when you get a bunch of stuff really isn't that bad. They're usually fairly fast. I think that they're a little bit slower now. I bought the October package. That just a lot of people have gotten it, but you would have gotten yours by now actually. But my release just hit the customs, just cleared customs. Actually tonight I got like a tracking thing. So I got my Fitbit here, and I'll get like messages on my Fitbit like letting me know when it like clears another scanner on tracking. They have tracking. So that's one really good thing about like Vinegar Syndrome. You don't worry about losing the movies that you're getting, because there's there's USPS tracking there, and it follows it right into Canada. It's really good. So this is a really cool film. Back in the day when this one came out, actually, I didn't know it, but there was like a little bonus feature on here that got you like I'm not sure if it got you like a free film or got you like a discount or something like that. But you watch this here these things at the end, and it had like this code that came right at the end of this like stills gallery. I don't think that it's not eligible now. It's a few years ago, but it was actually kind of cool to see it going. But definitely check this out. And the guy that actually acts in this film is very related to somebody very famous. And I kind of spread it up, but I can't remember. You got a Christmas Evil in a green case? How did you get a green case? I'm so jealous, man. Because mine came in the regular blue case. Then again, I didn't get mine when it first came out. Maybe you got yours when it first came out and there were green cases. But when I got mine, it was like later on. Because I also have the Arrow like DVD of Christmas Evil as well. I really do like Christmas horror movies. That's a favorite of mine. And the ending is like, I can't believe they went there. Next up is one that a lot of people like at the time were like, oh, this movie's kind of weird and out there. Really, I like the white cases. I really do. I like the white cases. I like the black cases. No, I do. I like the color cases. Like Mondo Macabre's red cases, I think are fantastic. The yellow cases for the Shameless, where the giallo films, it just makes sense. I'm actually shocked nobody ever thought about doing that with those style of films before. And it gets to the point where like the blue cases are so ordinary, you see them so often, that when you see something else, it's like it's really kind of cool. So this is Horror on House on Highway 5. This epitomizes Vinegar Syndrome. And I don't know if this one, I think this one is still available. I'm not sure. I know this was a limited edition, because mine is like, I don't know if it says here. Yeah, limited edition of 3,000. So there's 3,000 of these made. So, what's this movie about? Well, Whorehouse on Highway 5 has a killer in a Richard Nixon mask. It has a Nazi scientist. It has two guys that kidnap this girl. It has these college students that are testing a rocket. It's wonderfully weird, and you can't take your eyes off of this film. Hellbent is really good. I like the Hellbent, the other film he did for them. But Richard Casey's debut film, Whorehouse on Highway 5, yeah, it's definitely worth watching. I do recommend it. The next one I'm not going to get into a lot because I talked about this one already so much on here. I'm not going to go to. But A Woman's Torment, definitely one of the top 10 releases the Vinegar Syndrome ever put out. An adult, X-rated, definitely kind of Polanski's Repulsion type film. You have two pink cases. You gotta get some red cases, some nice red blood cases. Now the rest here are all like collector's editions with the slip covers. But you know what these collector's editions have? One slip cover. None of these collector's editions ever felt the need to give you 5 slip covers, because you know, oh, you gotta love the red because you got the slasher stuff. I love this cover. Lenticular artwork, guys. I'm loving it. Jack Frost, of course, has like Shannon Elizabeth. You know, should be like, speaking of American Pie, Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie is actually the daughter in this film. And a really fun film about a serial killer that becomes a snowman. Did you order the 5 slips? I couldn't do it, Tommy. I really couldn't do it. That looks like, I look like Jack Frost. Like he's like this. Oh, I was gonna say, no, no. People like. So there's a lot of people that have, but I just. This is cool. But yeah, if you've never seen Jack Frost, watch it. I hope that eventually they'll put out the second one with the, which is pretty much the Gremlin of the Jack Frost films, where they have like little snowmen, little snowball characters. It's pretty much like a Gremlins version of Jack Frost. There's a sequel set in like because you know the first one's set at winter, so of course the second one's going to be set on a tropical island. It's a movie that I really do love, actually, and it's by an actor that I think was severely underrated in his time, and was lucky enough to never actually get typecasted. He worked with a lot of like big directors and did so much stuff. Oh, the pink case for the Blob actually makes sense because the Blob is pinkish. So that's kind of what you expect for a movie with the Blob. Kids movies, I don't think Angelina Ballerina maybe that had the pink cases. I remember those. My kids had some of those. But The Undertaker, Joe Spinell, great film. Definitely, Undertaker is underrated. And this is if you've never seen it, it's definitely a good follow-up to Maniac, in my opinion. It's not as classic as Maniac. Like Maniac's, you know, on a different level when it comes to that actually, but it's just a really solid film. I love the way this art is done too, like the bloody fingerprints. So if you've never seen Maniac, definitely watch it. Code Red put an edition of it, called it something else, and it was a different kind of cut of the film, which isn't a good cut. But if you're ever going to get that film, definitely get the Tim's Island. I kind of remember those movies. Sweet Sugar. The Beautiful Phyllis Davis in Sweet Sugar. This is a really good one. I feel like the the women's in prison and the films on the on the islands, South American ones. Definitely, this is one of the top of the line ones. Really love this one. Great release. And I've watched this one a few times, actually. I watched this one like 4 or 5 times. So, you did a great job with this. And of course, there's the... oh. Okay, they're not nude, so that's good. So, you must have something for... You must really like Abigail Breslin. So you're probably like The Final Girl, which is a horrible movie, but she's in it. Next up is another lenticular one and a super fun movie. Raw. Demon Wind. I'm a big kid. I love lenticular covers. So if you've never checked out Demon Wind, seriously check it out. It's a fun movie. It's pretty much like a very low rent, cheap version of Evil Dead, with some differences. There's an actual like a big '80s porn star as a film. And there's like kung fu magic and yeah, definitely just watch it. It's just a weird film. It's just great though. The next two are actually two of my favorite releases that the Vinegar Syndrome ever put out, and one is Psycho Cop Returns. I've seen the original Psycho Cop and I didn't remember this one very well. And the original one is not the greatest film, but this one actually really plays it more for the comedic aspect of the film, and it's really actually really good, really surprisingly good. I watched this one myself, and Final Girl. Actually, I know. Let me know what you think about it. I accidentally watched that one thinking it was The Final Girls. Andrew Bellino, welcome, dude. I have not yet seen Halloween, by the way. I'm going to see it next Tuesday. I knew your question. Oh, do I own Maniac Cop? I own all 3 of them. Did you like it, Andrew? I'd actually be interested. Without giving me spoilers, did you like the film? Oh, Tommy, I'm actually going to bed actually very soon myself because I got to work tomorrow. But I'm just finishing up the video. But thank you so much for coming in, and thanks for being here right from the beginning. Have a great evening there. Oh, were you disappointed? Now, did you go in with a lot of high expectations? Now, I've had people that went in and loved it right away, and I've had people that went in and liked it more in the second viewing. Oh no, there's 3. There's Maniac Cop 2, and Maniac Cop 3. I think it's called Badge of Silence. The 3rd one is Jackie Earle Haley. But Psycho Cop Returns, really, really good film. And last but definitely not least, give it another watch, Andrew. You might like it even better next time around. But I think of it this way. Don't tell me. I need to go and see this myself. But I will after I see the film. I will be doing a live stream talking about the film and giving my thoughts on it. I'm going in with middling expectations. I'm not expecting it to be like the be-all end-all. Obviously, it can't be the first movie over again. The first movie is definitely untouchable. We've already seen them go wrong, like severely wrong, with the reboots of Halloween. So it's going to be nice to see it back with like Jamie Lee Curtis, and that I'm very excited about. And I do like the actor that's playing Michael as well. I remember him from his work on Buffy and stuff like that. He did like a kind of like a really cool, creepy-looking character on that. And apparently he is really good as Michael. That I do know. So it'd be nice to go in and see what they do, what I find that they do right, and what I find what they do wrong. But I think overall, we need something like this. We need a palate cleanser to really wash the taste away of the last 2 that I think really like damage the franchise. That's my thoughts without seeing the film. So you see my thoughts probably next Tuesday or Wednesday after I have seen the film. Prey. So, film by Norman J. Warren. This, if I get any stuff from the Vinegar Syndrome sale, I know that probably the Tear Norman J. Warren one is definitely going to be one that I do pick up, because I am a super fan of this movie. This movie is really freaking good. Now, that being said, my better half could never watch this movie because This is where we diverge because I will be honest with you. Certain aspects of the remake, I get what he was doing, and I thought that there were certain things that could have been clever. Like obviously, and I'm going to be honest here. Rob Zombie's not a good writer. You know, whether you like his films, he's not a good writer, especially of dialogue. He's a horrible writer of dialogue. And if you watch the making of and stuff on those films, you can see them actually working with and still struggling with the dialogue as it goes on. Oh God, no! Like, especially the second one. Second one's a horrible film, Savannah. Not just on a level of, like, in my opinion. So this is my opinion. No, it has its fans. I'm not one of those people. That wasn't for me. But the thing, I liked aspects of the first one when he stayed more, the second half, when it's actually closer to Halloween. Now the second film that he made, Halloween 2, he likes that one. And there's actually he did a recent interview talking about how much he said, I don't care about what anybody else thinks of this film. I did it for me. Really? Now you want to make a movie for you, make your own movie. Do your own stuff. Go for it. But no. If you don't get what you do, and go do something else. Savannah. No, actually, I really didn't like the second one. I thought that it was really, the characters were all annoying. The first 20 minutes of it in the hospital were fantastic. I really liked that part of it. If they could have kept that hospital aspect of the film, I think that he could have done a lot with that. But he had to go off into his Rob Zombie posturing thing, like, to look how cool I am. And that's the thing, because I do think there's a good filmmaker in that guy. I think there's he loves horror. There's definitely a good filmmaker in him. And I did like Lords of Salem. It was flawed, but I did like what he tried to do with it. He tried to do something different. He tried to not Rob Zombie for a change. He tried to actually make a film that where I actually seriously felt he was trying to make a movie, and not falling back on his posturing so much, and not like kowtowing to like the fans that are actually like Rob Zombie got a lot of backlash for Lords of Salem, and I think that's where 31 actually came from. Is that 31 was a nice idea, but Rob Zombie doesn't have the writing skills to get that idea from the paper right onto the screen. No, and not yet, but Andrew, next Tuesday, probably night or Wednesday, if you watch my stream then, which hopefully there'll be a stream, should hopefully have seen Halloween by then. We can argue about it. I think I'm going to like it more than you. I do agree that, I do find the first Rob Zombie one, that's definitely more watchable. But I just couldn't do the second one. So we kind of have the same opinion on that. But here's my opinion that nobody agrees with me on. I had fun with Resurrection. And you're going to get I bet now that this is all out and there's a new film, you're going to get a bunch of people jumping on the Resurrection bandwagon down the road. And I'm like, yes, Resurrection, that's a lost classic film. But, trick or treat, motherfucker. Yeah, I think I'll enjoy it. I don't have high expectations. I think it's gonna be a decent film. I'm used to the Blumhouse style, so I think there'll be things I'll like and there'll be things that I don't like. That's my thoughts on that. So there we go. I did 10 Vinegar Syndromes, and I did not just 10, but really 10, 11, 12. 20 Scream Factory movies for you guys to see tonight, and actually feel really cool about that. And I feel this is a good spot. This is a good place with so much so many thoughts, so many different opinions, stuff to to think about. To do this, to end this video for this evening, because I finished my bubbly, and I'm going to go grab myself a nice good cup of tea. So thank you all for coming in here tonight. From Tummy Films, from Savannah, to Ken, to Andrew for coming in here. I'm disappointed when you missed the live stream too, Savannah, because I'm always excited to see it. I'm very excited, Savannah, to see your first video. Say hi to me in your first video. I would like that. Say hi to me. And hi to Bubba. Culture Trini, I will see you on Instagram, like I always do. Thank you guys so much for watching, everybody. Have a great evening. This has been me. This has been the Movie Club. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna be watching for that, Savannah, so I expect to see it. And I totally lost my train of thought. Have a great night, guys. I'm Aaron. You're the Movie Club. You make this awesome. You make this fantastic. And I'm making tea. Have a great evening.